Have you ever wondered how something as small as a nut could reignite the fire in your life, physically, emotionally, even romantically? Well, what if I told you that there are four simple nuts? Yes, the kind you can find in almost any grocery store that older adults around the world quietly swear by for keeping their blood flowing, their hearts happy, and their intimate lives alive well into their 70s and beyond. It sounds almost too good to be true, doesn't it? But I promise you, by the end of this video, you'll not only know exactly which four nuts we're talking about, but you'll also understand why science and seniors themselves are calling them nature's secret remedy for circulation and connection. And no, this isn't just about food. This is about reclaiming vitality, reconnecting with your partner, feeling good again in your own body. So grab a comfortable seat, take a deep breath, and let's explore some life-changing knowledge together. Now, before we dive into the first nut on our list, let me ask you something personal. Have you noticed your hands or feet getting colder lately? Or maybe your energy doesn't bounce back the way it used to. Perhaps moments of intimacy feel distant, not quite the way they once did. If any of that sounds familiar, you're not alone. Many people over 60 experience a slowdown in circulation, and that impacts everything from how warm you feel, to how alert your mind is, to how well your heart, skin, and even intimate organs function. But here's the good news. Nature has always offered quiet solutions for those who pay attention. And for centuries, warmer hands and feet, clearer thinking, and even support for healthy blood pressure. But here's something most people don't realize. Omega-3s also boost nitric oxide production in the body. This compound relaxes the inner muscles of your blood vessels, helping them widen and allow more blood through. Better blood flow means more oxygen gets to your heart, your brain, and yes, to those parts of the body responsible for pleasure and intimacy. There's a reason some doctors call walnuts natural Viagra. It's not a joke, it's backed by real research. And get this, just a small handful a day, maybe 5 or 6 walnut halves, can make a noticeable difference over time. A senior couple in Arizona told researchers that after just 3 weeks of adding walnuts to their breakfast, they both felt warmer, more awake, and closer than we've felt in years. It's not magic, it's nourishment. But now, let's build on that with something even richer. Nut 2. Pistachios. The intimacy nut. Ah, the humble pistachio. You might remember peeling open those stubborn little shells as a kid. But did you know that pistachios might just be one of the most potent love nuts out there? In one groundbreaking study, men between 50 and 75 who ate pistachios daily for 3 weeks showed significant improvement in both circulation and sexual satisfaction. Why? Pistachios are high in arginine, an amino acid that helps the body make more nitric oxide, the same compound we just talked about with walnuts. But pistachios go even further. They also contain healthy fats, antioxidants, and plant sterols that support cholesterol balance. That's key, because when your cholesterol is in check, your arteries stay clear and your circulation improves. But here's what really surprised the scientists. Participants didn't just see numbers improve, they reported emotional benefits, like feeling more confident, more connected, and more youthful. One woman in the study joked, "I don't know what's in those green nuts, but my husband hasn't smiled this much since 1982. That's the power of food, and of being open to learning something new at any age. And by the way, if you're enjoying this so far, I want to take a moment and gently ask something from you. If this message is making you feel hopeful, if it's reminding you that your health, your joy, your connection with your partner still matter, then please take a moment right now to do 3 things. First, subscribe to this channel so you never miss these life-giving lessons. We make these videos for you, and every subscription helps us reach more seniors who need this encouragement. Second, Comment the number 1 down below if this message is resonating with you. That tiny number tells us you're listening and you care. And third, if you found even a small piece of value here, please like this video. That one click tells the platform this content is worth sharing with others. Thank you. We're in this together. Let's keep going. Because nut 3 is going to surprise you. Nut 3, macadamia, the silent protector. Macadamia nuts don't get nearly the attention they deserve. Most people associate them with cookies or fancy snack mixes, but these buttery gems are one of the healthiest nuts for the aging heart. What makes them special? Macadamias are extremely high in monounsaturated fats, the same kind found in olive oil. These fats are essential for reducing bad LDL cholesterol while raising the good HDL kind. That balance is critical for keeping arteries smooth and open, especially as we get older. But there's more. Macadamias are rich in flavonoids, which help prevent oxidative stress and inflammation, two silent enemies of healthy blood flow. Now you might be wondering, aren't macadamias high in calories? Yes, they are calorie-dense, but when eaten in moderation, they're a powerhouse of nourishment. Just 6 to 8 nuts a day can bring real benefits without adding weight. Here's a tip. Try replacing croutons in your salad with chopped macadamias. You'll get that satisfying crunch without the refined carbs. And remember, circulation isn't just about your legs or your heart. It's about your whole body. When blood flows freely, every cell gets fed. Every part of you works better, including the parts that matter in moments of closeness and connection. We've covered 3 powerful nuts so far, and the final one might just be the oldest, wisest, and most beloved of them all. But first, let me share a story. A man named Harold, 84 years old, sent us a letter from Oregon. He wrote, "After losing my wife, I thought that part of my life was over. I didn't expect to fall in love again, let alone feel strong enough to enjoy it. But a few small changes, including what I ate, reminded me that the body can still heal. That love isn't limited by age, and that intimacy, real intimacy, is still possible." Stories like Harold's aren't rare. They're just rarely told. But here we tell them. Because you deserve to know what's possible. Are you ready for the 4th and final nut? Nut 4. Almonds. The confidence nut. Almonds are the everyday nut that almost everyone has tried. But don't let their common appearance fool you. They're one of the most reliable allies in your health journey after 60. Packed with vitamin E, magnesium, and fiber, almonds help support healthy arteries and stable blood sugar. That's important because high blood sugar over time can damage your blood vessels, leading to poor circulation and decreased sensation. But it's the magnesium in almonds that makes them especially powerful. Magnesium helps relax blood vessels, improve flow, and support hormone production, particularly the hormones involved in desire, mood, and energy. In fact, studies have shown that older adults with higher magnesium intake report better sleep, more stable moods, and yes, better performance and pleasure during intimacy. Try starting your day with a small bowl of overnight oats, topped with sliced almonds and berries. It's simple, delicious, and quietly powerful. Still with me. We've now explored 4 of the most circulation-boosting, intimacy-restoring nuts you can add to your diet today. Walnuts, for the heart and brain. 2. Pistachios, for desire and connection. 3. Macadamias, for smooth arteries and warmth. 4. Almonds, for hormonal balance and confidence. But now comes the important part. What happens when you combine these? And what can you learn from real seniors who've used these simple foods, not as a quick fix, but as part of a loving lifestyle, to stay vibrant well into their later years? Stay with me, because we're going to go even deeper. You'll hear stories from couples who reignited their spark, from widows who found new strength, from men and women who said, I thought it was over, but I was wrong. We're just getting started. We've just discovered how 4 everyday nuts, walnuts, pistachios, macadamias, and almonds can transform circulation, boost heart health, and even improve intimate connection in your later years. But maybe you're thinking, all right, I understand the science. But how does this play out in real life? Let's talk about that, because real change doesn't happen in the lab. It happens in kitchens, in quiet moments with a partner, in the choices we make every morning. So let me tell you about Florence and Walter. Florence is 72, Walter is 76. They live in a small home just outside of St. Louis, Missouri. Married for over 50 years, they'd settled into what many might call a comfortable distance, close, but not connected the way they once were. It wasn't dramatic. No fights, no bitterness, just a slow, quiet drifting. Then one day, Florence read about circulation and intimacy in a newsletter at her senior center. She decided to make a small change, adding a nut bowl to their kitchen counter with a mix of the 4 nuts we've discussed. No lectures, no diets, just a bowl. Within weeks, Walter mentioned that he was sleeping better, then that he wasn't getting as winded walking up the stairs. Then he started holding her hand again, smiling more. And one night, he turned to her and said, "I don't know what you've been feeding me, but I feel like I've woken up." That's the power of small changes. Not overnight miracles, but gradual awakenings. And there's science to back this up. Let's go deeper into the why behind these effects. You see, circulation is the great communicator of the body. Blood delivers oxygen, nutrients, and hormones everywhere. If blood doesn't move well, everything slows down: energy, clarity, healing, and yes, desire. After age 60, our blood vessels naturally become less elastic. That's part of aging. But what most people don't realize is that this decline is not irreversible. You can train your blood vessels just like muscles to work better. And that's where food comes in. Let's take pistachios again. The arginine they contain, it's not just for intimacy. It supports brain function, immune defense, and even wound healing. It's like flipping on a switch that says, "Hey body, it's time to show up again." Or walnuts, with their high polyphenol content, actually repair damaged blood vessels over time. One study showed that daily walnut consumption for 6 weeks improved endothelial function, which is a fancy way of saying the lining of your arteries worked better. But what happens when we go beyond the body and into the emotional heart? Intimacy after 60 isn't just about biology. It's about connection, trust, confidence, and sometimes about rewriting the script. I want you to imagine this. You're sitting across from someone you love. You feel good in your body. You're not cold, not sluggish. You feel present. That's what better circulation gives you. Not just warmer feet, but a warmer heart. And when you feel present, you're more likely to reach out, to laugh, to touch, to be touched. Food, when used intentionally, becomes more than nutrition. It becomes an act of care. So how can you begin? Let's walk through a simple plan you can start today. The 7-day nut fuel reset. Here's how to add these 4 nuts into your life gently, without overwhelming change. Day 1, 1 by 1, start. Pick 1 nut, any of the 4. Add a small handful to your breakfast. If you like oatmeal, toss in almonds or walnuts. If you like yogurt, pistachios go great. Just start. Day 2, the heart plate. At lunch, replace your usual snack, maybe chips or crackers, with a mix of macadamias and walnuts. Eat slowly. Enjoy the flavor. Notice how your body responds. Day 3, hydration plus circulation. Begin your day with a glass of warm water and lemon. Then have almonds mid-morning. This pairing gently stimulates digestion and prepares your body to absorb nutrients better. Day 4. Connection night. Make dinner feel special, even if it's simple. Light a candle. Add a pistachio pesto or chopped nuts on a salad. Share what you're grateful for. These moments matter. Day 5. Mix it up. Create your own trail mix. A few almonds, walnuts, macadamias, pistachios. Keep it near your favorite chair. Snack without guilt. Day 6. Movement plus fuel. Take a short walk after lunch. Come back and enjoy a small bowl of mixed nuts with tea. Let the movement and the nutrients work together. Day 7. Reflection. Look back on how you feel. Any shifts, energy, mood, sleep, connection. Write them down. Share with a friend. Let this be the beginning, not the end of your transformation. See, no diets, no restrictions, just mindful additions. And now, let's talk about something even more personal. What if you're alone? Many seniors watching this might be single, widowed, or living alone. You might be thinking, what does intimacy mean for me? Here's the truth. Intimacy starts with how you treat yourself. When you nourish your body, when you care for your circulation, your sleep, your mood, you are laying the groundwork for connection. Whether that's with another person or with yourself. One woman named Lorraine, 69, shared that after 6 months of eating better and moving more, she found herself laughing again. She said, "I used to think I needed someone else to bring the spark back. But I realized I am the spark." And wouldn't you know it, a few months later, she met someone. Not online, not through a service, just in the local bookstore, talking about history books. And she was ready, because she'd already come alive on the inside. So don't underestimate what these foods, these nutrients, this care can lead to. It's not about looking young, it's about feeling present. Now, I know some of you might be wondering, is this safe with my medications? A very smart question. In most cases, nuts are not only safe, they're recommended. But if you're on blood thinners or managing diabetes, portion size matters. Always talk with your doctor about changes. But don't be afraid to bring this up. More and more healthcare professionals are recognizing the power of food in aging well. And remember, this isn't about eating cups of nuts a day. A small handful, consistently, can do wonders. Here's another tip. Go raw and unsalted when possible. Salted nuts can raise blood pressure if eaten in excess. Roasted is okay, but raw keeps more nutrients intact. If you need a little flavor, try toasting them lightly at home with a touch of cinnamon or turmeric, both of which support circulation too. And speaking of cinnamon, in part 3, we're going to talk about powerful pairings, simple spices and habits that multiply the effects of these 4 nuts. We'll also dive into the 5-minute morning habit that seniors in Okinawa, Japan use for longevity and warmth. A simple circulation tea you can make at home, and a heartwarming story of 2 best friends, both in their 80s, who changed their entire outlook through a shared food ritual. Because as much as this journey starts with food, it ends with joy. Stay with me. You've now learned about the 4 remarkable nuts, walnuts, pistachios, macadamias, and almonds, and how they can help improve circulation, mood, and connection after age 60. You've also heard stories of real people making small changes and seeing big transformations. But what happens when you start combining these with other simple habits? That's what we're diving into now. Powerful pairings and time-tested wisdom that enhance everything we've discussed. Let's start with something you can do tomorrow morning. The Okinawa Morning Ritual. In Okinawa, Japan, home to some of the world's longest-living people, seniors begin their day with a few calm, deliberate steps, a warm drink, often a tea with turmeric or ginger, light stretching in the sunlight. A moment of gratitude, sometimes spoken aloud. We can take inspiration from this. Imagine starting your day not with news or noise, but with a cup of ginger cinnamon tea and a few almonds. You're waking your body up with warmth, movement, and nourishment. The tea recipe is simple: 1 cup hot water, 1 slice fresh ginger, or 1/2 tsp ground ginger, 1/4 tsp cinnamon. A dash of lemon juice, optional, a drop of honey. This tea supports blood flow, digestion, and inflammation, while the nuts provide the healthy fats and nutrients to sustain you. Together they form a quiet, loving ritual that sets the tone for your day. And this isn't just feel-good advice. Ginger and cinnamon have both been shown to improve circulation and reduce arterial stiffness. They complement the work the nuts are doing in your body. Now let's talk about pairing nuts with movement. Even a short daily walk, 15 minutes, is enough to increase nitric oxide production and help your arteries stay flexible. Combine this with nut-powered nutrition, and you've got a 1-2 punch for healthy aging. Here's what a few minutes of walking does. Pumps fresh oxygen through your body, helps manage blood sugar, improves joint mobility, and clears the mind. You don't need a gym, you don't need fancy shoes, you just need to start. So consider this a morning tea, a handful of almonds, a short walk. 3 gentle acts, all before 10 a.m. Let's shift gears now and talk about memory. Did you know that better blood flow can actually help preserve cognitive function? Your brain uses 20% of the body's oxygen. When circulation declines, mental fog, forgetfulness, and fatigue can set in. But walnuts, in particular, have been shown to help slow cognitive decline and improve memory in older adults. Pair walnuts with blueberries or dark chocolate, both rich in antioxidants, and you've got a memory-supporting snack that's as delicious as it is smart. This matters. Because when you feel sharp, you engage more, you connect more, you remember more of life's sweetness. And speaking of sweetness, I promised you a story. The tale of Ruth and Eleanor. Ruth and Eleanor have been best friends since 1958. They met as teachers in California and stayed close ever since. In their 80s, they found themselves living just a few miles apart again, widowed, retired, and, as Ruth put it, wondering what now. One day, Eleanor suggested they meet every Sunday for what she called nut and talk. They'd each bring a small dish of mixed nuts, sit on the porch, drink tea, and just talk. It started as a silly ritual, but something shifted. They began to laugh more, to feel more energized, to walk together afterward, to share more openly about life, regrets, hopes, even moments of loneliness. After 6 months, Ruth wrote in her journal, "These Sundays saved me. I remembered that I'm still alive, still curious, still capable of connection." Sometimes, the simplest rituals become sacred. Food becomes friendship. Nourishment becomes love. So what can you take from this? Start small. Create a routine. Make it special. And when possible, share it with someone else. Even one person. Even yourself. Your story isn't over. Your body still responds to love, to care, to attention. Your spirit still longs for connection. And your knowledge, your lived experience, is a gift the world still needs. So here's my final question to you. What's one small change you can start today that your future self will thank you for? Maybe it's a nut bowl on your counter. Maybe it's a walk around the block. Maybe it's sharing this video with someone you care about. Whatever it is, do it. You deserve to feel good. You deserve to be well. You deserve love. And now one final request. If this message touched you, if it made you feel even 1 ounce more hopeful, more informed, more connected, please help us spread this light. Subscribe to this channel. There's more where this came from: health, wisdom, and inspiration just for seniors like you. Comment 1 if you felt this message was meaningful. We read every single one. Like this video so others can discover it too. That small action can lead to someone else's transformation. And if you feel really inspired, share your story in the comments. Tell us how you're using these tips. Tell us what's changing. Your words might lift someone else up more than you know. We're building a community here, a place where age is celebrated, not feared, where wisdom is valued, where health is shared, and hope is real. Thank you for spending this time with me. Until next time, stay curious, stay kind, and stay connected. Your best years are still unfolding.